Hey guys, my name is Katie and it's my 2009 Mercedes Sprinter, and I'm going to completely deck all the insides out. So that's including the overhead cabinets, the pull-out drawers, the kitchen, the tiles, the plumbing, just not the electricity because we don't need anything to blow up. And this isn't a how-to, it's just how I done it. So I've got zero experience whatsoever in any kind of these areas. So I'm just learning as I go along. And the reason why I'm making a YouTube video for it is because when I was looking up how to do all these things, there was all these guys and their trade and their work was plumbing or carpentry or something like that. So this is for all the girls out there or guys who are starting out and don't know anything, so we can learn together. We can learn from my mistakes and how I fix them up. So I'm 19 years old. I'm currently working on Moreton Island. For those who don't know where that is, that's an island on the east coast of Australia, about a 1 hour ferry ride from Brisbane. So my time off, I'm going to come on here and work on the van. That's pretty much about all. I hope you guys learn a lot and that you enjoy my videos. So first off, I start by completely stripping out the back of the van. I just want to say now, I'm a little awkward at the start. The first few videos are a little slow, a little rough, but they get a lot better. Trust me if you stick along. And I hope you guys enjoy. So this is what the van looks like the day I bought it. I decided to leave the bed in there. It was from the previous owners, but it was done really properly and really well, and it fit me anyway, so I kept it. First thing I done was took out these floorboards at the bottom, put my own floorboards in, took the roof off, and then later on I took all the curtains out. Alrighty, so I've got in my van, I was planning on putting an Air Max fan in, but once I bought this van, it already has these 2 fans in it. So to take the roof off, I'm just going to undo all these screws. I already done one, and then hopefully everything stays in place and the whole sheet is just going to come down. So this is the condition of the roof. The previous owners used a mix of mattress foam and just their own insulation. I ended up taking it all out. I then put my own insulation in at the very start of the build. It falls down over time, so then towards the end is when I'm going to redo my insulation. Alrighty, cool. So this is what it looks like now. So I've taken the roof off and the insulation, or some of the insulation that was in there, the ones that looked a little dodgy. I think it's like a mattress foam. I've also taken off the floorboards and the insulation that was in it, and I cleaned all of that out. So my next step is I'm going to go to Bunnings, which for us is like a hardware shop, and look in there, everything they have, just get a rough idea of what I want to buy, get some samples of new floorboards and samples of tiles and everything like that. And then I'm going to go to BCF, which is like a fishing shop, and I'm going to look at the gas stove. So I plan on making a cabinet, like a pull-out drawers come out here. So before I make the pull-out drawers or any of the measurements, I want to have the size of my gas cooker so I can build around that. Me, I'm just really going to go with the flow, go to all the shops, see what there is, suss it out, because I think this is going to be the fun part.
To apply my insulation to the flooring, I just use Sikaflex Pro. It's an adhesive glue that I bought from Bunnings. I applied this to the high parts of my van and then slowly rolled out my insulation, applied some pressure to make it stable. My insulation did come with one adhesive sticky strip. That didn't do much, so I'm quite thankful that I bought the Sikabond Pro glue as well. And for the thinner parts, I just rolled out the whole thing, and once it was all glued down, I then cut it with a Stanley knife. And the floorboards I went with, I just got from Bunnings. They just clip into each other. They're super easy to install. Here I'm just rearranged them so I had the patterns fit with what I liked. Super easy, no screws, no nails, but as long as they all fit with each other and got the pressure of each other, they're not going to slide anywhere. Here I'm just cleaning the aircon vent that I actually ended up getting removed because it didn't work and there was a lot of weight on it.
Hey guys, so before I show you how I actually covered up this window, I want to go through how I done it. So I messed up, I skipped a step. What I should have done is, before I put in my structure beams, insulation and paneling, I should have blacked out the window with either a spray paint or black fabric or cardboard that's been also black, or you can even use cardboard, whatever you wish. I just went and done straight insulation. So from the other side, you can see the insulation and the structure beams. I mean, yeah, it looks great from this side, not as much the other side. Doesn't bother me too much because my windows are tinted and I very rarely see it, but I want to throw that in here now before I show you guys how I done it. So I'll show you what it looks like from the outside, and yeah. So it's a bit hard to see with the glare, but that's what it looks like. You can see the insulation and then the structure beams. But when the door's open, when you're using it, you can't even see it. Okay, now back to showing you how I actually done it.
Now I'm just blacking out this whole window with my own paneling, insulation and whatnot.
This is going to be my structure beam, so that is going to drill into here, and I'm going to have my actual beams come across this way, and rather than drilling about all my drills into here, it's going to go into here. So because this is strong metal and like really hard to drill into, I pre-drilled my holes here. I'm going to clamp it down, mark it, pre-drill my holes, make a mark there, and then pre-drill them in. Now let's see if it works like that.
One thing I want to note is when I was drilling into the metal, I had little metal shards come everywhere. So I put a towel down and it just collected all of my metal shards rather than it just kind of flowing everywhere. And I've done the same on this side too. Okay, so with my panels, they lap into each other, so it makes it really easy. But what I've realised is if I put my screws in all the way, like I did down here and even here, then these come too close to the beams here and I can't actually stick the next one in it. So if you guys happen to use the same ones as I do, you want to leave the gap here. You don't want to put them all the way in, so then you do have that width here for that to go straight in. Also, what I'm doing here is, see, I haven't even put any of the screws in here yet because then it's too tight and I can't fit it in. And what I've done is this piece of string, so I attached it up the very top and it goes all the way down the middle of my piece of wood as a guide, so I know what to do. Especially handy over here when I'm going to go back through and screw them all in. I've got a line to follow, so I know I'm going to hit that, not that, and not miss it. Straight in the middle. Good morning, guys, or afternoon or nighttime, whatever it is for you. So today is day 4 of the van build. So yesterday I got this wall done, which I'm actually really happy with, and today I plan on doing this wall. But I'm actually going to leave the window there. I'm just going to frame the outside. Yeah, figure out as I go, and I'm going to do the installation, well, parts of it one by one, and I'm going to finish off the floor. So I haven't quite done the floor yet because I've got all the big pieces of timber floorboards down, but I haven't actually done all the little offcuts because, well, that scared me. But I got to do it today. I'm sure I'll be fine. We've got this. This bad boy here is just from Audi. It actually doesn't match up at all, so it's just sitting here nicely, so that's hopefully that works out. So I'm going to put a frame up around my window. So I've measured and cut this out. So this bad boy is going to go right in there. It's a bit of a tight fit. And then I've also pre-drilled holes here, here, here and here into my wood. Now I'm going to mark it into my van and then pre-drill the holes into my van and then put it all together. Okay, so next step is this piece of wood. So I don't need to have it on the bed nice and flush because my mattress is probably going to come up to like about here anyway. So I want this to be flush with my windowsill instead. So I've pre-drilled my holes into here and here, put them up, marked them through the holes onto the metal, and then pre-drilled my holes here and here. Hopefully they line up, and now I'm going to attach that there and then put this timber here all the way up the edge there. Let's hope for the best. So time to do the lino for my floor. Issue is with this machine, you can't actually get it in. It's that little bit not right, so I'm doing them diagonally like that, which isn't, you know, the most accurate, but it'll just be in spots that you can't really see. This is my template, place it all the way, and you want to do it on the back, not on the front, in case if, you know, you missed, you don't want the lines on your showing piece. I just want to say now, this next part is not my best work. It's quite messy and not clean and done evenly, but it's the most I could work with considering the tools I have. And all of this is not going to be seen at all once you're in the van. No one would even know about it if I wasn't making this video. So, let's get started. Yes, beautiful work, so neat and clean. Now time to do some insulation. So what you want to do is, you're going to want to use this bad boy. You want to spray both the foil, because it's the foil side that goes to the roof, and then you want to spray the roof itself. And just stick it up. So now I'm going to putty these in. So I screw them in enough so there's a little bit of a gap. Obviously this look doesn't look real nice, so my plan is to putty it all in, and then I'm going to paint over that and have that one nice coat of finish, and hopefully it's not very visible.